I'm at my wit's end. My husband and I have been married for 7 years, and although I love him very much and look after him the best way I can, I'm starting to get really worried about him. He seems to think it's okay to go out and buy things willy-nilly. We have 2 children and need to count the pennies, and I'm trying so hard to give up some luxuries so we can make ends meet. However, it seems my husband is going the opposite way and spending money like water. I can't stop him, and I tell him often enough we're getting into debt and he won't be able to pay it all back. Why is he spending like this, and why doesn't he think it's wrong? I've tried telling him to stop, but he just keeps getting loans, buying cars we don't really need, buying clothes he doesn't really need, and going out every weekend with his so-called mates and coming home in a drunken stupor. He's going to get ill over this, I know I am, and I'm frightened he may do something stupid if we can't afford to pay all this money back. I feel we're getting deeper and deeper into debt, and I don't know where to turn. Can you advise me on what to do and what to say to him to make him stop before it gets totally out of control? Please.
Many of us have loans, but we try and keep them within our means and try to pay off as much back as we can each month. You do, however, need to know that essentials such as bills, clothes and food are at the top of your list of necessities. They're your number one priority. It can be hard not to try and impress others, as some men feel peer pressure to have the best and have what everyone else has, but it's not always that simple. It could be that your husband is bored with his life too, and that by spending money it takes away that boredom. It's not an excuse, but it's an answer to why he's doing it. Why can't you just sit down and talk it through with each other? Try to come up with some sort of an arrangement on how your money is spent and how much you should be paying back each month. That way, you'll both understand what you're dealing with. I'm quite sure he has an answer to the questions you need to ask him, and I'm quite sure that he understands it has to stop. Tell him your fears and tell him you can try and work it out together for both of you. It's a problem for both of you to work out, and you can do it several ways. Get your bank statements along with a list of all your monthly outgoings, food, petrol, insurance, mortgage, clothes, spending money, etc. List what monthly income you have and take one from the other, and see if you're overspending or within your earnings. If you are in the red each month, then you'll have to go without things until you're living within your means, and this could take months if not years. If your figures are way out and there's no way you can pay everyone back, then either look at a consolidation loan, or if that won't help and you're in any doubt about what to do, then take your list with you, go to the Citizens Advice Bureau and they will try to help you. It's the easiest thing in the world to get hold of money, but the hardest thing to pay it back. Bad debt can put added pressure on your family and cause emotional upset, and what's more, bad debt is on the increase. Budget your weekly spending for food and clothing, budget what you spend on bills, and budget how much you can afford to pay back on your loans each month. I'm sure that you can get your heads together and find a way to sort this out. You can call the National Debt Helpline and get good advice from them if that's what you want. But I will try and sort it out between you now, or it will never get sorted and your relationship will suffer. It's better to get this out into the open and apologise together and make a promise that you budget everything until you get back on track. It may take a few years, but it will be worth it. If you feel that he has an addiction, then maybe he could get counselling on a one-to-one basis, only if that's necessary and as a last resort. Talking it through and making negotiations is really the best way, and remember, cutting back on little things is only for a while, and in the long term you'll be happier for making the effort to sort it out.